Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing everything about cryptocurrency staking. Today's video is going to be a very high-level introduction to staking and how you can earn staking rewards by holding various different cryptos. But as always, before we jump into today's topic, make sure you drop a subscribe below if you're not subscribed already. Make sure to hit the bell notifications icon and like the video. It's really helpful to spread the good word with the algorithm. And without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So again, just as by way of introduction, the whole concept of staking comes back to the fundamental consensus mechanism that different cryptocurrencies work on. So if you're familiar with Bitcoin, you possibly know that Bitcoin leverages a proof of work consensus mechanism versus a proof of stake that something like Ethereum and many other cryptocurrencies use. So just understanding this at a fundamental level will kind of explain the process of staking and how it works. So proof of work, obviously, the miners in the Bitcoin network, for example, they get a block reward based on the amount of work they have done in order to mine a new block and add it to the Bitcoin blockchain. So they're using large amounts of computational power with GPUs, etc., to mine the next block, and they receive a reward based on that. So the name proof of work comes from the fact that they are doing a lot of work with computational power in order to mine the next block and secure the network. So miners who solve the block get the reward, and miners in mining pools work to group. Miners in mining pools often work in groups to increase efficiency. So at a base level, that's proof of work versus proof of stake, where a new block creator is selected based on the number of coins that they hold. So in a proof of stake model, basically you can hold or stake the cryptocurrency that you own, and new blocks get added to that blockchain based on the fact that that blockchain will select a validator on the network based on the number of coins that they're holding in their wallet. So proof of stake has no concept of rewards. Miners only take transaction fees, and proof of stake is decentralized and very cost effective. So you can have staking pools as well. So if you're just one person and you hold a small amount of a particular cryptocurrency, you can be part of a larger staking pool where your coins get pooled into a group, and then those coins are used to validate the network, and you receive a percentage of those transaction fees based on the proportion of the coins that you're staking. So inherently, it comes back to the fact that you are able to hold Ethereum, for example, in a staking wallet and earn rewards for basically staking those coins and using those coins to help secure and validate the network. So that's inherently the difference here between proof of stake and proof of work. So how do we go about the process of beginning to earn staking rewards when we're in the cryptocurrency space? Because as a person who might own Ethereum and or a myriad of other proof of stake cryptocurrencies, if you're just holding those in a wallet, you may as well be earning rewards for the amount of coins that you're holding. So similarly to how the bank pays you interest for the amount of money in your account, you can be earning interest or staking rewards in by basically having those coins in a staking wallet. So one of the easiest ways to begin to start this process is to use this tool called stakingrewards.com. Again, you should pop over here and take a look yourself, but this is a website that is dedicated to basically explaining the entire process of staking rewards and how you can earn staking rewards from all these various cryptocurrencies and different networks. So again, we can scroll down here to like explore some of these assets at a very high level. It'll show us obviously the price, but it'll show us the average staking rewards on these various networks. So again, the potential here we're going to look at in a moment, but you can think about the returns that you can possibly be earning on your crypto versus the terrible interest rates that you're probably getting on US dollars or your fiat currency in your local bank account. So networks like Ethereum getting a 3.84 potential reward. Different ones like Solana, we can get upwards of 9%. We're even going to take a look at some examples like Celestia and Polkadot, where you can get even more than 11, 12, 13% staking rewards on your crypto. So come over to stakingrewards.com. Take a look at the staking calculator. So this is what we're going to take a look at here to give us a couple of real world examples. So if we take Ethereum, for example, we can think about the different type of staking rewards we can earn over time. And you can play around with some of the variables here yourself. But basically, what we do here is we choose our asset, and then we can choose the provider. So again, you can look at the various staking reward rates here from various providers, but you'll notice that many of them are similar, but some providers offer a slightly better staking reward than others. So let's just leave it at Lido Finance as the default for the moment. And for example, we could type in, you might have $100,000 worth of Ethereum. You can add this number in US dollars, or you can simply put the amount of Ethereum that you hold. So it'll show, the ETH equivalent. So $100,000 is worth roughly 44.4 ETH. Then what we can see is this map or this chart is going to update in real time to show us our earnings potential over time. So again, we can change these variables here. So instead of 1 year, let's say, for example, that we were staking that Ethereum over a 3-year period, we can see that we can earn a return of non-compounded versus compounded. So obviously, if we let this compound over time, the returns are going to be slightly better, but we would earn $11,369 in staking rewards over that 3-year period. Now, Ethereum is, possibly you could say it's one of the lower reward scenarios here over the course of a year, but we'll look at another example in a moment. But the real power of this also comes into the expected price variable here that we can play around with. So obviously, if we are, here at the end of January 2024, you could say that we are at the early stages of a bull market. And if we expect the price of Ethereum to increase over this 3-year time period, then we can put that into the calculator here, and that's going to show us potential rewards over time. So the current price of Ethereum today is $2,252. But in 3 years' time, if we expected that to be at $5,000, for example, we would plug $5,000 into the calculator, and that's going to show us our reward over time. So it's just updating here. It's being a bit slow, but basically what we can see is if the expected price of Ethereum in 3 years' time is 5,000 versus 2,000, that's going to show us our potential rewards reflected based on the price after 3 years. So we've gone from just over $10,000 worth of potential rewards over a 3-year period to closer to $140,000, $150,000 worth of rewards over a 3-year period. So this is where the power of staking and compounding interest really comes into play, especially if you're going to start doing this at the early stages of a bull market and let your rewards compound over time as we move towards, possibly a peak of the bull market in Q4 of 2025. So that's an example with Ethereum, which gives staking rewards of around 3.5% APR. If we take a different one, for example here, we could look at something like Polkadot, which gives a much higher reward rate of almost 14%. So again, we can choose Polkadot as the crypto. We can choose our rewards provider here. So let's just keep the default again. Again, let's just use $100,000 as an example. so that we can keep things simple. But obviously $100,000 with a 13% reward rate or 14% over 3 years, we can see that that gives us compounded rewards over 3 years of over $50,000 with using the Polkadot network. So even without thinking about an increase in price for Polkadot over this time, obviously there is a huge upside potential for staking rewards. And then if we think about Polkadot potentially getting closer to $10 by the height of the bull run, let's just put in 9.99 US dollars. Again, a lot of people would argue that this will go much higher, but you can see over a 3-year period, what we're talking about are staking rewards in excess of, 130,000 if we let that compound. So again, this is just a super interesting way to begin to think about the potential with cryptocurrency staking and how you can earn rewards over time. We will be having other videos go in much more detail about staking and, which currencies you can stake for the best rewards, but feel free to come over here to stakingrewards.com. It's a very useful platform and a very useful tool to begin to kind of dip your toes into the staking waters and think about the rewards that you can be earning over time, especially if you're already holding a lot of these cryptos, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's Polkadot, whether it's, Atom, Energy, Solana, Cardano. All of these cryptos already offer staking rewards. So if you're holding them on an exchange or if you're holding them in a wallet that's not earning rewards, you may as well be adding them into some of these staking providers and earning rewards for holding your crypto. So this was just geared to be a very high level introduction to staking and what staking is. So hopefully you found that useful. As always, if you're interested in these videos, please drop a thumbs up below. It really helps with the algorithm. I would be super grateful if you left a like, and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already to stay up to date on everything in the cryptocurrency space and in order to hit your crypto goals. So as always, we will see you in the next one.